Welcome to Logic Lives. Today we're going to talk about networking and how if you do these simple things, you'll understand first off what networking truly is and how you can network in order to help yourself grow in your career over the person that doesn't understand what true networking is all about. So in my experience, most people really struggle with networking. They hear that they need a network, they need to get some exposure, and they go out and they start introducing themselves to everyone and just walking up and saying, hello, my name is John, Susie. I just want to introduce myself. That's not the best form of networking. It's better than not doing anything, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not the best way to network. So what is the best way to network? The best way to network is to interact with people that have influence on your career. And what does that mean? That means people that could potentially hire you in the position that you want to eventually be in. And so think about your manager's manager, because if you want to be a manager, then that person could potentially hire you as a manager. The way you network with those individuals is you let them know you're working on your development, and you ask if they have a little bit of time to help you with your development. And that way it does two things. One, they know that you're focused on your career. They know that you're willing to network. They know you're proactive, and they know you have the courage to reach out to someone that might be 2 levels above your current position. All of those things are really good in terms of separating you from everyone else. And so when you have the chance to meet with someone that has influence on your career, make sure you walk in with some information about what you're focusing on in relationship to your development. So if it's about being a leader, think and research ways that effective leaders operate. And so when you walk into the conversation, you can say, these are some of the things that I'm working on, and give me some guidance on what I might be missing, or what do you suggest that I work on to help myself secure this leadership position in the future. The other thing you want to really focus on when you have this opportunity to meet with people that have influence on your career is the mentality that you walk into that conversation with. So have a teacher-teacher mentality, not a teacher-student mentality. The difference is a teacher-student mentality is you imagine yourself as a student because you're at a lower position, and you're walking into that conversation saying, tell me everything I need to do in order to be successful. And that's the teacher-student mentality. The teacher-teacher mentality is imagine yourself in a teacher's conference room where they're interacting with each other and talking about lessons and how to best teach a student or how to best teach a course. You're going to see this back and forth conversations. They're going to be sharing ideas. That's the kind of mentality you want to walk into that conversation with, because it's going to impress that person, that leader. And if you walk into it with, as we described earlier, here are some of the things that I'm working on. Can you help me understand what it is that I might be missing? That is a teacher-teacher mentality, because you're coming to the conversation with some suggestions, some ideas, and you're having more of a conversation that goes both ways versus just one way. And think about it. If you can say, I'm working on this as far as becoming a better leader, and it might be building highly effective teams, that's something I'm focusing on, and that leader has a manager that's not even doing that, they'll be super impressed by you because you're working on things that their current managers aren't even working on or even talking about in their conversations with their leader. So that is the most effective way to network, because one, you're going to make sure that you're showing that you're proactive. Two, you have the courage of reaching out and having conversations with those folks that are above you. And three, you're developing yourself proactively, and you're not waiting for other people to develop you. I know it may sound scary or intimidating to try to set up a meeting with someone that's 2 levels higher than you, but I can assure you that most people in those types of positions have had someone that has helped them along the way in order to get to that position. Most people are really, really receptive and will enjoy having conversations with you. And if you reach out to one that doesn't and blows you off, don't get discouraged. Just reach out to someone else, because ultimately, why would you even want to work for someone that didn't have the time to invest in you and to try to help you grow in that organization? Think about it. You wouldn't. So just move on, and you'll find that person that is receptive and encouraging, and that will be more than happy to set up that time with you. So don't let your fear and don't let the intimidation factor stop you from doing what you ultimately know you can do to help yourself stand out and better your chances of getting that position that you want in the future. Hopefully you learned something, and if you did, please take the time to like and subscribe.